Hello everyone, this is Daniel. Hello everyone, this is Daniel, and let me just say very clearly that I used to be a Satanist, and I used to love Halloween. And thank goodness I'm not a Satanist anymore, but I used to be, and I used to love Halloween. I used to love it so much that this would be the day I would wait for until I would see all the hellish things, and I would love to see hell, and that's the type of day that basically, well. Describe in detail, I used to love, dragons. I used to love the seven-headed dragon. I used to love the, like, anything that's satanic, I would love it. You know, I would love to go to caves, and I would love to go to, like, haunted houses, see the horror movies, and, yeah, I mean, I think that affected my life greatly because I didn't know anything about the spirit world at all, but, I knew enough of it. Like, I didn't know it that much or at all compared to what they know. And, I used to know enough that I would just, well, do an upside down prayer in a church. I used to do, I don't know, it's like I had more power to be less fearful at Halloween. I would just be a teenager then. I was, like, really dabbling with, the occult in one way or the other. And one thing I would do is I would just watch Harry Potter, and I would just look at the books, and even worse, I loved it. I loved Halloween. And the worst thing about it is, I loved all the darkness. I would love all the hell movies, and my parents didn't approve of hell movies, and I would just watch all the just wanted to go to hell and all that, and I knew about hell because I was a Satanist, and everyone else that was every other religion about occultism or anything like that didn't know about spirits and all that, but I knew about a lot about spirits, and I knew my own spirits, and he was like the Antichrist spirit. He was like my own go-to spirit just to, you know, love and enjoy, even though he didn't love me. He loved me like a lion loves his prey, or a lioness loves her prey, and leopard loves their prey. You know what I mean, right? So, all that I did was, like, in Halloween, I would just always just love it. And the thing is, the more I loved it, the more I got deep into the witchcraft. And now, back in 2008, because I'm not old, obviously I'm not too old, but I was like a teenager back in the early 2000s to late 2000s. And it's so dangerous, guys, to even love Halloween and love Satanism, because that can bring you down to a dark path even when you're a Christian. Like, let me tell you a story, a personal story, and this is gonna get deep. So this was after I was born again, 2008, and again, this brought me down to a very dark path, and I thought I was a Christian even past 2020. Like, obviously past the beginning of 2020, and even into 2019 and 2015. But obviously I was saved in 2008, but then in 2010, I was brought into a mental institution because of my behavior, and that was basically all due to demons hating me, and it was really bringing me down to a very dark path. They wanted to deceive me, and they hated me. Guys, Satanism is no, like, thing to play with. It's fire. It is fire. You're playing with matches, and you're burning a lot of things, and then you cause a forest fires, and then you get trapped in it, and then you could possibly die. For me, I nearly died, but I escaped with a lot of burns, like second-degree burns. Spiritually speaking, they didn't. Actually, I would call them third-degree burns and fourth-degree burns, because I didn't heal fully until maybe 2021. And this was 2008 to 2021, so that's like 13 years. Seriously. I had like fourth-degree burns, spiritually speaking. And that was like serious burns from these demons. Just 7+ years I was playing with fire. And then maybe less than 7 years, I don't know. But this was like 7 years playing with fire, and then like 4th-degree burns 13 plus years later. It was that serious. And I'm just symbolically speaking, if you don't get what I mean, I was really like fell into legalism, and I fell into I fell into lordship salvation. You know, I fell into that. I fell into a mental institution. I was violent throughout the years of 2002 to 2020. Like 2010, I think it was. Maybe later, maybe 2012. I was like, you know, if you really love Satan, you're harming yourself spiritually. And all I can describe is the horrors are real. It messes with you. And for me, that love with Satan and that curiosity of Satan, first it started off with curiosity, and that got me violent. And that love with Satan got me even more violent. And I was a disaster. I was a real disaster. I was like messed up, and yeah, I mean, God was He was healing me in many cool ways, but you know, I was like disaster. Like, how was I disaster? I was really violent. For one thing, I was also really nasty, proud, arrogant. You name all these things, you know. And I loved Satan, and you know, even though I was like nobody, I was still proud. Again, I was a disaster. Let's leave it at that. And all that disaster was, it led me to be going into a mental institution. I nearly didn't graduate because of that. So almost all people that are in schools graduate, but I almost didn't. And that's just bad, because I was in one of the good placements, and then even worse, I'm in the place where I am now because, well, someone else messed me up. Basically led me to have a group home. I should have been in a not assistant, I should have been like living with someone, not in the group home. So I'm too smart for that. It's like IQ 97, 96, something like that. You know, I know almost every number, and I know just about every aspect of job problems and legal problems, everything like that. And you know, I screwed it all up through my Satanism. That's all I can say. Well, anyway, I think I said enough. Just don't dabble with the occult with Halloween. Don't even love Halloween. No, that's what got me curious for Satan and hell. Is Halloween did that to me. Guys, Halloween messed me up. I'll leave it at that, okay? I'll be right now, okay? Bye.